Corn has exploded higher plus 6.21% to $508.50, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Sunday, August 23rd, and this is your complete global market briefing. A range-bound session is developing. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 ticked up plus 0.43% to $7,674.37. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow gains 500 points, SpaceX snaps a losing streak, Bitcoin pops, Investors Business Daily. NASDAQ 100 is trading higher by plus 0.33% at $29,309. Investor sentiment is being shaped by TSMC stock forecast. TSM reported $35.9 billion revenue. Why is demand still outpacing supply? Trading key. Dow Jones is trading higher by plus 0.98% at $53,277. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. DAX edged higher plus 0.59% to €26,137. This comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 edged higher plus 0.64% to £10,817. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung surged plus 3.87% to 281,500 Korean wons in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Samsung, Broadcom reach $200 billion RE memory chip deal, manufacturing dive. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. Goldman Sachs surged plus 3.73% to $1,039.28 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Goldman Sachs stock doubles from Liberation Day lows, Yahoo Finance. Investment banking fee recovery is the core thesis. The M&A and IPO pipeline is the most active since 2021. Trading revenues remain elevated given rate and FX volatility. Any large IB mandate announcement would be a direct catalyst. NTT climbed plus 2.91% to 166 yen and 10 sen. Equity markets are responding to reports that Palo Alto Networks signs a $1 billion NTT data deal ahead of Q4 earnings, TKR.com. With momentum this strong, traders will be watching the 176 yen and 7 sen level closely. A clean break there would confirm the uptrend and could bring in additional momentum buyers. Risk management remains critical. Always size positions according to your own risk tolerance. SoftBank Group dropped sharply minus 2.45% to 5,255 yen. Equity markets are responding to reports that SoftBank, TSE 9984, stock looks below fair value but earnings look cheaper, Simpliwald ST. After today's weakness, the 5,097 yen and 35 sen area is the first meaningful support level to watch for SoftBank Group. A stabilization there would be the first sign that sellers are losing conviction. This is our analytical view, not investment advice. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Rate expectations remain the single most powerful macro driver for equities and currencies right now. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. Turning to commodities. Brent crude edged higher to $94.39 per barrel, up 0.65% on the session. This comes as Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily, adding pressure to energy markets. Natural gas climbed to $2.81, up 2.85% on the session. This comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold surged to $4,680.60 per troy ounce, up 3.64% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that gold regains its status as a safe haven and is already up 9% in August. Silver climbed to $69.53 per troy ounce, up 2.21% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that gold regains its status as a safe haven and is already up 9% in August. Let us give you our near-term view on corn. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for corn sits around $539.01. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.17, gaining 0.04% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.36, gaining 0.04% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 158.94, gaining 0.42% on the day. The move in the dollar reflects reports that gold regains momentum as weak dollar, safe haven demand and seasonal buying support prices, The Economic Times. Here is what we will be watching closely in the days ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Thousands of investors rely on our daily briefings to cut through the noise. If you are finding value here, please like this video and subscribe. It directly helps us keep producing this content every day. Leave a comment with your market view. We feature the sharpest takes in future videos. That wraps up today's coverage from MTRS_Market Pulse. This content is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Stay disciplined, and we will see you tomorrow. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.